Hello students, our today's topic is Gauss law. Dear students, Gauss law is just an alternative to Coulomb's law. It gives another way to find the relation between electric field and charge. Gauss law states that the electric flux through a closed area is directly proportional to the charge enclosed in this area. Simply, the electric flux is directly proportional to charge enclosed in a closed surface area. Closed surface area, let's say sphere. उसके अंदर जो चार्ज है, इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स उस चार्ज के डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल होगा. ये कहा है गॉस लॉ ने. इट सिंपली मीन्स दैट इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स इज इक्वल टू Q by epsilon naught and the absolute permittivity of free space works as proportionality constant. स्टेटमेंट आप लोगों ने लिख लिया. देन आफ्टर टुडे वी विल प्रूव दिस law. Okay, to prove, make this diagram and write two lines. Let us consider a small positive charge enclosed in a sphere of radius r. Next line लिखिए. Consider a point P on the surface of sphere and small area ds around point P. Now, the electric flux at this area will be calculated by using electric field produced by this charge. देखिए, the direction of electric field is outward because charge is positive, as well the direction of area vector is also outward normal. The angle between electric flux and area vector is clearly 0 degree. Now, electric flux through the small area ds will be, as you know, the formula for flux is dot product of electric field and area vector. Okay, E dot ds means E ds cos theta, and as we know the value of theta is 0 degree, that simply means E ds cos 0. And what is the value of cos 0 degree? Exactly 1. Then that will equal to E ds. We get an equation d phi is equal to E ds. Let's say it's equation number 1. Okay. Now the total flux through this area will be total flux phi will be cyclic integral of d phi. Cyclic integral of d phi means cyclic integral of E ds, and which simply means E cyclic integral of ds. But as we know from Coulomb's law, E is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q by r square. This is Q and that is R. We are calculating electric field at this point. Okay, and cyclic integral of ds, that is surface area of this sphere. And the surface area of sphere is 4 pi r square. Substituting these values in, let's say it's equation number 2. Write down substituting the values of E and cyclic integral of ds in equation number 2, we will get phi is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square, the value of E, and cyclic integral of ds multiplied by 4 pi r square. r square से r square cancel out, 4 pi से 4 pi, and what we will get? Phi is equal to q by epsilon naught, and this is the Gauss law. It is the complete proof of Gauss law. Now we have 4 special cases regarding Gauss law. Special cases. Number 1, if there is no charge inside the sphere or closed surface, means if q is equal to 0, then clearly phi will be 0 by epsilon naught, and that is 0. Second case, if two charges equal and opposite, plus q and minus q, are placed at same point inside the sphere, in that case also flux will be 0, because in this case due to plus q the flux will be outward, and due to minus q the same amount of flux will be inward. The outward flux is exactly equal to inward flux, therefore net flux will be 0. Third case, if there is arbitrary charge distribution inside the sphere, means we can say plus q1, q2, q3, q4, qn, ये पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव कैसे भी चार्जेस हैं, ये इसमें डिस्ट्रीब्यूट है, तो नेट फ्लक्स हमारा होगा q1 प्लस q2 प्लस q3 प्लस qn, and that is divided by epsilon naught. Last case, if there is a charge outside the closed surface, then what will happen? Here is charge, flux will be in this direction. Okay, the flux per unit area entering, the total energy entering the surface is equal to the total energy existing the surface. जितनी फ्लक्स या इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइंस या चार्ज की वजह से एनर्जी इस सरफेस के अंदर एंटर कर रही है पर यूनिट एरिया, उतनी ही एनर्जी बाहर भी निकल रही है. दैट्स व्हाई द फ्लक्स इन दिस केस आल्सो विल बी 0, because total inward flux is equal to total outward flux. Clear? Please make your proper notes.